Almost all the tents on the market have an opening that zips from the top, and there are a number of issues with that. The first thing is that you have to climb quite high onto the ladder to reach the zips. So now with the door zipping from the top, there's an issue, specifically if it's raining, that either the wet stuff is inside your tent or it hangs over the ladder where you need to step to get in, or even if you are tall and can just climb over that or scrunch this up, while it's raining it gets wet on the inside, which then runs down inside your tent when you zip it closed. So from our perspective, doors opening from the top is certainly not the best design out there. Okay, so on this tent, it originally had the standard opening from the top, but we had this modification to the door made so that it can now zip from the bottom as well. So the benefit of this is, if it's raining, you can just crawl through underneath without getting the wet side of the canvas inside the tent. And also, there's nothing that hangs over your ladder. You can climb up as high on the ladder to lean in as you want to, and you never have to step on the canvas. So we like this. We've retained the original zip, so it's still possible to open the window from the top. But this door is certainly, in our mind, a major improvement on the standard one. There are other downsides to a door hinging at the bottom. For example, it doesn't stay in place at all if it's not fully zipped up. So if you leave the tent in cold weather, you have to immediately zip it up to avoid all your heat escaping. You have to zip it up immediately if you leave the tent, if there are insects around, and there are insects in most places. You can't just unzip it and leave it hanging as with a door hinging at the top. You must zip it open and closed every time. The top hinging designs are much better in that regard, because the moment you are through, the door hangs in place and keeps the heat from escaping and keeps insects from entering. I think I've just illustrated one of the other downsides of having the thing zipping from the top, is that you need another hand to be able to keep it in place, otherwise the zip doesn't work so well. Even if the door zipped from the bottom and hinged at the top, you would still be able to design it in such a way that the window zips from the top, so that you can only open it partially and not have the wind blowing in your face at night.